Hello viewers, this is Bonolo and this is Bonolo Speaks. Today we are bringing a program where we are going to be sharing our stories. Every day I hear people say, if I knew what I know now, I could have done things differently. Every day I hear people say, if I knew what I know now, I could have been a different person. I could have done that. I could have been this. I think we are not sharing our stories enough. One speaker said, sometimes your transformation is a conversation away. And I vow to bring these success stories, hoping that they will change somebody's life out there. Today, I'm going to be joined by a young lady, a beautiful young lady, who actually said, enough is enough. I am not going to continue like this. I think I deserve much, much more better life than this. And I think I have potential. And these stories, ladies and gentlemen, they are transformational stories. It's issues that we live with on a daily basis. And today I hope that we can learn from my guest. When we come back, we shall meet my guest. Welcome back. This is Bonolo Speaks. Today we are bringing success stories. And today I have a guest. She will introduce herself. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for having me, Bonolo. My name is Tumisang Molatlhegi and I'm from Tuteja. I'm 24 years old and I'm here to share a story with everyone at home.
Nice. Tumisang, I met you a while back and when I met you, I was so interested in really sitting down with you and talk like this. Can you just share with our viewers how we met and then we'll go on into what we are going to discuss today?
How I met Bonolo, actually, the way I met you, it was so incredible and it was so amazing because I met you at a live show at Bopane Block 1. You're having a conference with ladies, I think. Yeah. And I overheard you. I was at my house and you're guiding them, you're telling them how people fight with their emotions, how people behave, how you're just basically giving advice. Yeah. So I overheard you and you really got my attention. Yeah. So I started listening to you. And then when you're giving out your number, I was like, I'm going to just steal her number and just WhatsApp her tomorrow or send her a message. Yeah. So and then you gave your Facebook name, page, your Facebook page name. Yeah. And then I went straight to it, Googled it up, and then I liked it. Yeah. And then I SMS'd you, and you invited me over.
Yeah. In fact, it was a bridal shower.
Yes.
You see, that woman said, during my bridal shower, I just want to transform women's lives. And it was at a time when I also decided, look, no audience is too small for me. Yes. I think the message of emotions should get out there, reach everyone. True. So I was very happy to receive your text message, though I was worried that my voice was that loud that somebody in the neighborhood would actually take my numbers and everything. I've heard everything that we're discussing, but that was actually very nice. And I saw that was really special for me because I felt like, you were out there and in the neighborhood, and if somebody can really say, okay, this I need, then that was really, really interesting for me, and I think you did well to contact me. So, Tumisang, you told me your story, obviously. Yeah. And I just wanted us to talk about it more. Maybe somebody can learn something from our stories. I have my own stories as well, but I think today I would love to really, for other young people, young girls out there who are probably going through what you went through, did what you did, and may learn something from you because you said, I don't want this anymore. Just take us through that.
Actually, number one, I'm not an open person. Like, I just don't talk to anyone. So I'm the person who really knows how to hide my emotions. Yeah. So when I overheard you talking, I felt like I connected with you immediately. So I think that's the reason why I came to you and I opened up. Yeah. And then you showed me ways to open up and talk. That's why I'm right here, to talk to other people. Yeah. So basically my life wasn't nice at all. It wasn't nice at all. I didn't like where I was because it wasn't where I wanted to be. Yeah. By the way, I'm 24 years old.
Yeah.
So I felt like there's so much that I missed out. There's so much that I left behind, more especially myself.
Yeah.
Which I was focused on things that didn't even like mean, they didn't have a purpose, let me say that.
Yeah.
They didn't have a purpose. I was into nightlife, let me say that. I was more focused into nightlives, more focused into going out, drinking, partying, doing all sorts of crazy stuff that most teens and youth do now, and which I do have friends that they still do the same thing that I used to do.
Yeah.
So I sat back and look at myself in the mirror and say, this is not me. This is not where I'm supposed to be, because I tried many times to leave, but I kept on going back. So, but for you to live that kind of lifestyle, first of all, you miss out education. You miss out just being loved. You missed it out. You missed it out totally, because nobody appreciates you the way you want.
Actually, talking about education,
Yeah.
how far did you go with your schooling?
My schooling, I only left with certificate of health and safety, and which I even failed some other modules. You understand? I didn't even finish. And even when you go to look for a job somewhere, nobody would hire you with just a certificate, and while you failed other modules. Yeah. So, well, I was still saying, you want to be loved, but nobody can appreciate you or take you the way you are, because first of all, you don't love yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it begins with loving yourself first.
Yeah.
So I didn't love myself, I believe so, because by what I was doing to myself, there was an inner voice that kept on telling me, no, stop it, no. But I rejected that voice, and which I ended up being where I was. But fortunately, by the grace of God, God pulled me out. Yeah. Within minutes that I thought, it's over for me. And when I broke down, because every day I would cry. When I get home, I'll cry. I'll look at myself in the mirror and ask myself, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself? If I can do something better, if I can get something that has a purpose, if I can be loved, if I can love myself more, especially more, like, that's the things that I kept on asking myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In that kind of a lifestyle, Tumisang, partying, alcohol, nightlife, as you want to put it, during that time, what was the lowest of your low? What was the worst thing that happened, like when you really hit your rock bottom?
This nightlife, it's very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's very, when you get into it, it starts like you're playing. It starts like, I'm just having fun. But when time goes on, you find that you're deep on it, because that it comes with package. It's just not drinking alcohol and just having fun. It comes with other things, and which all of them are negative. I don't want to sound bad to anyone, but the nightlife, it has those negativities most of all. More especially when you have that kind of nightlife, you don't have focus, you don't have a vision, you don't have a goal. It becomes just negative. But when you have fun, but you have goals, you have vision, you have dreams, then your nightlife, like having fun by going out with friends and doing that, then you know, and you network. You understand. But if you have nothing to network about, if you have nothing to talk about, only fun drinking, it attracts negative things. So in this nightlife, it attracts, like, let me say, attention from guys, from men, money, lifestyle, and so many things that I just can't get deep onto them, because that's so deep. You understand? That well, I'll talk about it when I'm ready. When I'm ready to talk about it. But for now, I'm just giving a hint about how that started and how it almost ruined me, because I have found myself. I believe I have found myself.
Which
and
is good.
And I see the light. And I'm working towards it.
So it starts off as, we are going to have fun, and you don't necessarily decide that you are going for this life. So it's like you're just trying this thing and just doing it, and then eventually you are caught in there.
Yes, it's like a trap. Let me say that. It's a trap, because you start saying, I'm having fun. Why not? Let me just do this. that's how you're getting deep into it. And that's how you're losing yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how you find yourself in a bad company, most of all. You find that you attracted people that they have the same, let me say, it's like you guys you think alike.
Same, yeah.
You do everything the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all of you guys, you don't know where you're going. But most of all, here's the thing. It's so painful that sometimes we'll be talking. After maybe we're from drinking, we'll be just in the living room just chatting. We'll be talking how painful it is for us to do this to ourselves. But we can't even help ourselves, you know, because it's like we are forced or we're used to it and we can't live without it. But again, Baba Masters, it was financial problems, and which me too, I was into that financial problems, which forced me thinking that if I continuously going out, meeting different guys, chatting with them, going and having fun, and by the way, this kind of lifestyle, like social media lifestyle, is the one that again contributes a lot.
So there's so much pressure from social media.
Exactly.
You want to be like some people that you see on social media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But without your money, because you have nowhere to get money. And where do you get that money? Obviously from guys. You understand? And which was part of my okay, I can say my guardian angel or my God was communicating through me saying, you can't do this to yourself.
Yeah.
This is not you. This is not who you are. Even though I tried so many times, Bonolo so many times to leave that kind of life. But I kept on going back because it's the pressure of life. First of all, I'm the firstborn. Like I'm the firstborn, and I'm from the family that it's not well-being. Let me say that it's not financially stable. Yeah. So I have a little sister and a little brother. I look after my mother. Why I'm not even working? You know, I'll be lying to her, telling her that I have a project or I have to do something. I'll come up with something so that I can be able to give them something to eat.
Because I've been wondering where were the parents, throughout this time. You were able to go out at night. I don't know what time you come back, but I was just thinking about your parents. Where were they when all this happened?
Actually, I was raised by a single mother. Even though my dad was around, he was not there, fully there. So I grew up with only my mother. My dad was just there providing, like just giving me money for transport, food, all those sort of things.
Was he staying with you in the same household?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you are the firstborn child. What are your fears right now?
Honestly, my fears are like looking at my little sister. I have a little sister, so she is 10 years old right now. I look at her every day and I say, I have to find a way to protect her.
Yeah.
Because I fear for her a lot.
Yeah.
Like she's so precious towards me. Each and every time when I look at that innocent face, I just look at her and wonder, what are they going to do to her? What is she going to go through? And I figured out, you know what? It's high time that I do something. But first of all, I have to save myself because there's nobody who's going to save me except me, so that I can be able to save her.
Yeah.
That's why I decided, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to do this more, especially to protect her, because she doesn't know anything. She's still innocent. Yeah.
We've met several times for our session as I continue to guide you, and I remember there was a time when you said, I've realized for the first time that I have to do it myself. It has to be me. Nobody else is going to come from someplace to rescue me. And I tell people all the time that you are your own rescue.
Sure.
You are your own rescue. We need to realize that it takes you, the answers that we are looking for, they are so within ourselves.
Sure.
Let's go back to your parents. You talked about your dad not being there, but providing financially.
Yes.
Where's the gap right there? How did you feel about it? What do you think could have been an ideal situation for you or an ideal family for you?
I don't want to lie. Like, this life of living with just a single mother. I know a lot of people made it just living with their mothers alone. I mean, they're well groomed and all that.
Yeah.
But in my situation, I feel, not saying I'm blaming him for my mistakes.
Yeah.
No, I can never blame anyone for my mistake because I'm the one who made that decision. I'm the one who did everything just by myself.
Yeah.
But I believe if he was part of my life, if he was there for me, like talking is very important.
Yeah.
To feel the love from a man is very important.
Yeah.
For a male person, it's very important as a female.
And people underestimate that.
Yes.
Many people think that because our mothers carried us, for 9 months and, nurtured us from that
we
small
connected
age,
with them.
We connected with them more than we connect with our fathers. But there's a special bond that we need, and there's a special connection between a child and a father.
Yes.
So we should never ever at any point think that it's okay to just not have your father in your life.
Yes.
And I personally, I grew up without my father too. I've never seen him. I don't know him, but I've heard his voice over the phone, talking to him on the phone,
Which is very painful.
and it was painful. But one of the things that I loved about that exercise, where I began to search for him, was that I was able to find that closure, where I was like, okay, at least I've spoken to him. And another important thing in that very moment was that I was open to finding him again if I feel like finding him.
Yes.
So I want to just advise single parents out there to say, if you are raising your child and your child has not met the father, you've not talked about his or her father, you should know that you are probably raising a very angry person. He or she is going to be angry at some point in life, because there is always that need to know your other parent. Always, all the time. I was bitten for a wrong family tree. We were taught how to draw a family tree.
Yeah.
And we were taught about a nuclear family and an extended family.
Yes.
And that was my primary school days. And so it was tricky when I have to do the nuclear family and not with the extended family.
Yes.
In the same test paper or question paper.
Yes.
And so I drew my reality. The nuclear family, there's a mother there, a father there, and then all the children. You are there with your siblings.
Exactly.
But mine had my mother only, and my brother and my sister.
And that is so painful.
And I was beaten for that because it was wrong according to what we had studied, what we were taught.
Yes.
Yes. And these are the things. And I just want to really encourage women to talk about the fathers, and let the kids interact and bond with their fathers. When we come back, we shall continue to talk more about this, and I hope that people will learn something from our stories. We'll be back.
People around me who are positive all the time, people who have vision, people who have purpose, people who have goals. So I started engaging myself with those people.
Welcome back, viewers. We continue a conversation with Tumisang Molatlhegi, a girl from Tsitsilyo, a 24-year-old, amazing young girl who said, I want a different life. I want a purpose-driven life. Tumisang was just sharing with us her life journey where she was living a nightlife, as she calls it. She had pressures from her family, where she had to help her single mother to raise her siblings, a young brother and young sister. And, she went into this life of, having fun, drinking, men and everything, mainly to make money for her to support her family. And we are trying to really say, life can be different. We can design our lives in a different way. Young girls shouldn't be pressured to be engaged with men for money to support their families. And Tumisang said, enough is enough. I want a purpose-driven life. Tumisang, I would really love for you to share with our viewers some of the tools that you are using to get out of this life, to share with our viewers how your purpose. We found your purpose. What do you want in life? Where are you going?
Okay. Number one, my tools were first to get rid of my friends. They were part of the journey that I was before. So I had to come up with a plan to leave them behind a bit and be on my own and focus. I had to bring people around me who are positive all the time. People who have vision, people who have purpose, people who have goals. So I started engaging myself with those people. So I let go of those ones. That's my number one tool. And my second tool was communication. I started communicating. Like, I went to you. You're my first person that I got contact with. Like, I started talking to. I started opening up to. So, and then you taught me other things, that how to handle my emotions, how to fight my emotions, how to fight back, how to always, when I feel down or when I feel suppressed, I should always restart. When I feel like, okay, I'm going back to my old ways, I should always press restart. Yeah. Start from the top. So my other tool was, if I have traveled this much, if I have gained so much within this short period of time, what more can I get? Because that when I started changing, that life started to become so nice. I started feeling so much peace within me, joy, because now I had a purpose, I had a vision, I had goals, because I wanted to see myself somewhere. I want to see myself driving my own car that I bought for myself. I want to see myself having my own house keys. I want to see myself giving my little sister everything she wants and my little brother. Yeah. So yeah, those are the tools that I used. Yeah. And even now I still use them. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much, Tumisang. I just want to highlight the main things in our discussion. The fact that, young girls, you don't have to be pressured to raise money through, dirty acts. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You can live a good life. You can look within yourself and create a life for yourself. I'm just going to say, Tumisang has shared her story, but I want to also talk to someone who is probably going through what Tumisang has gone through. There are people out there, successful people out there who've been through a lot, maybe even worse than we've been through. But their journey, their pain, their lifestyle, their challenges, their storms were the reasons. It was the fuel that fueled them to actually create a new life. Your story can change you completely, because I think what we go through, our challenges, poverty, all these things can actually birth within you qualities that you need to be successful. Something that probably, as smooth sailing, you may not develop. I believe that Tumisang now is a better communicator. She knows how to deal with her emotions much, much better than she was before. So she mentioned also social media. Don't be pressured by social media. What you see, social media is a business. What you see in magazines are running a business. It's profit making. So you can be natural and it's okay. You can dress however you want. You can be comfortable in your own skin. It's okay. You don't necessarily have to be pressured to want money to finance a lifestyle that you can't afford. So today we've really learned from Tumisang's story, mainly to say it's okay to be where you are. It's okay to start where you are. I'm just going to share more tools on which you can use to really get out of a situation like she is. It's mainly habits. It's you've formed bad habits mainly. It's purely habits. So the thing is, as human beings, we are driven by our emotions. Our emotions birth certain behaviors that we therefore portray. So we can manage our emotions in a way that we get the results that we want. But if you don't understand your emotions, if you don't know how you feel about anything that you go through in your life, you may not be able to, really better yourself from that. All negative emotions, all positive emotions are acceptable, but not all behavior is acceptable. So I'm trying to say it's okay to feel anger. It's okay to feel, to anticipate negative or positive things. It's okay. But also realize that you have total control of how you feel. You can change how you feel. You can try this. Whenever you feel a negative emotion, just raise your level of awareness right there to say, I feel this way. I feel the pressure to raise money, and I am thinking right now that meeting so many men with monies, entertaining them is the way to go. But also realize and be able to say, but this is not good. Continue with that conversation with yourself. Questioning your emotions is the way to go. Tumisang actually mentioned at some point that she used to, now when she's back at home, thinking about what she has done, to say, I'm not happy about this. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? So emotions are to be questioned. You need to continue with the questions. The more you question your emotions, the more you can talk yourself out of the behaviors that you are about to engage in. I'm going to also encourage people to really be present. I'm going to mainly talk to parents to say we need to engage with our children more. Talk to them, let them create a platform where your child can really share with you how they feel, what they are going through, their challenges, what they are meeting out there, and just promote that dialogue at a household level, because we need to build our people from the household, preparing them for what is happening out there. Thank you so much for our viewers. Thank you so much, Tumisang.
Thank you for having
coming
me.
through, pouring out like that. I believe that you have sown a seed. I believe that there's a young girl out there who's saying, I can relate to this, right, and I can come out of this.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That will be it. We'll meet next time.